Hey, what's up, everybody? It's DJ Spud of the Down. Of course, it is Thursday nights going with my special host each and every week with DJ
Trini D. This is DJ Trini D and Thursday Night School. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all, everybody on the podcast, for tuning in. We appreciate y'all.
I was just telling everybody had a great vacation down in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah.
But we're going to get back to Trini. Trini was just speaking for everybody who was on the Facebook live chat.
Yeah,
Trini, go ahead,
I was out
bro.
here at Miami last weekend. I actually had a nice staycation down in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I went to my very first con, bro. My super con, which is basically like, you know, people go to MegaCon and all those geeky cons and all that stuff.
It's not geeky if you really ride, bro.
But that's the thing. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Trini D is a nerd, and he really didn't realize it until like 2-3 years ago.
But you gotta be proud of it, fam.
But and now I can embrace it, man. Like I had no idea that nerds could really fully embrace themselves.
Facts.
And just go hard and have a good time. And that's how I felt, man. I was dressed up as a Trini Stark. You know what I mean?
Say the name one more time.
Trini Stark.
Trini Stark. Have the beard's fading out.
Yeah, it's a little there.
If you would have seen that, look on his Instagram.
You know what I mean?
And see how he was decked. Had the shades to match.
Yo, had the little bleeding armor arc reactor as well. It was cool, man. I really, the best part about it that you couldn't really tell from the picture was like just being in character. You know what I'm saying? Everybody literally came up to me like, Mr. Stark, or like, Tony, how you doing? I'm just like, hey, Cap.
Hey, Cap. Exactly.
So it was mad fun. Shouts to all my nerds out there. You know, it's one of those events where, number one, I realize I need to go to more just to nerd out and have a good time and, you know, show love to all my nerdy friends out there. But number two, bro, as DJs, that's money. We got to get in those conventions, bro.
So tell me what the move was, man.
It was just a matter of a lot of exhibitions, you know what I mean? A lot of just people selling their creative arts, which was cool. I bought a lot of graphic arts and chains and pendants and stuff. They had hall exhibitions on the side where you go into a room, and they had a lot of nerdy actors there, man. They had Wong from the Infinity War series, from Avengers and Doctor Strange. They had a couple voice actors from Futurama. They had some old school wrestlers like Mankind, Mick Foley. Just a lot of people you could do photos with or just ask Q&As for. So, and then on top of that, it was just a nice, cool place to get drunk. You know what I mean?
Y'all was drinking while conning?
I'm talking like no food and drinking while conning, man.
Shit.
So we buying everything there, seeing all of our favorite people, and then just role playing, man. So like honestly, just for my first convention, I really appreciated it. Like I loved it. So shouts to everybody that's out there. Shouts to Wonder Woman that, you know, took me out there too.
I'm looking at the camera right now.
Check the Instagram photo. I'm telling you, I was with Wonder Woman. The snap effed up the universes. We was going hard.
Yeah, facts. But what I like to tell you right now, man, let's get into the nitty gritty, the actual events that I took part in when I was down there.
For sure. Talk about your St. Kitts trip.
First off, if you're from St. Kitts, I need y'all to put spam whoever does the St. Kitts shit. First off, me and Trinity need to be there next year hosting.
Yeah, for sure.
Last year, the first host was one guy was from Kitts, one guy was from Trinity. I'm like, yo, these guys are cool, but if me and you was up there, it's a different story.
Boy, it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Shout out to our homeboy Sugar Boo, who's one of the local radio DJs out there. And the other host, I can't remember his name, but he's from Trinidad, and they was having a good time. Like, okay, y'all was cool, but me and Trinity gonna handle this shit.
Oh, we got it next year, bro.
We got it next year, so we're gonna plan to make a trip down there next year. But the first night was mostly soca and local acts night. The last night, of course, is Bougie Bonton.
Yo, fresh out. And of course, last but not least, we also had Smokey Robinson was there. That's a legend.
We're going to talk about Smokey's performance. Also, my cousin Steve is here in the chat. He wanted me to tell you something, fam.
What's up?
He be watching.
What's up?
He needs you to pick up on your Trinidad accent a little more.
Oh, okay.
He said he can hear my accent come through, but your Trinidad accent kind of slipping.
Okay.
So, Cuz told me that in person.
Okay.
So if you want to comment to him in the chat,
okay,
you can handle that. I just said it because he's in the chat right
now.
But overall, it was a great experience. I'm trying to get to find out who the last person was. Okay, yeah. So the first night, who closed out that night was DeVito. You know, the artist who has the Afrobeat song that was really popular. So Friday was good. Friday was the best night. No, first night was the best night. Thursday was the best night because the energy was there. Of course, we pushed to the front of the stage. Everybody started jamming, you know, walk up on, you know what I'm saying? Had a girl jump up on me. Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay.
It was lit.
That sound like St. Kitts.
Yeah, facts. It was the first night was the best night. Third night was the second best night. and then the worst night was the second night.
Okay.
Because French Montana, who closed out the second night, was surprisingly came after PopCon for some reason, which made no sense because PopCon comes to St. Kitts, crushes it every time. French Montana came up there with slurring his words, drunk as fuck.
Yeah, he was on an island vacation.
He was on an island vacation.
He wasn't performing.
And he got paid. So it was all right. PopCon, of course, just shut that shit down. And you can see the crowd falling in love, loving it. But the energy in the beginning, it was no energy until PopCon got on stage. And then French Montana got on stage and just dipped.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this. Buju Banton's night, the third night, Smokey Robinson was on stage being an old sleazy man out here in a red little see-through shirt. The old folks out there screaming, "Oh my
hell
God,
yeah,
Smokey!"
man! I'll go crazy for Smokey Robinson, man.
Smokey was looking sleazy as hell.
Yo, but he's got to be like 75, 80 or something like that.
He did. His performance was good. It's just like, damn, Smokey, you too old to be on stage like that. With a red leather pants on.
Yeah, shout out.
He pulling it off.
That's gangster.
It's gangster as hell. Of course, LMA, who me and my family, many Caribbean islands, it's illegal to curse in public. She on the stage dropping the F-bomb multiple times. Representing, you know what I'm saying? But 50 Cent got arrested when he first came to the Island for Music Fest a couple years ago for
That's crazy.
cursing. There was a big news about that. But she was on stage singing her song, dropped the F-bomb. You can hear the whole crowd go. And then you can kind of, everybody got into it. You know what? Fuck it. She's still on stage. They ain't coming to arrest her on stage. So
shout out, man. Sounds like a beautiful time.
It was a great time. Next year, you coming with me, fam.
I'm there. We hosting that bitch.
We hosting that bitch.
It's over, man.
Yo, cuz Steve, tell them niggas who run St. Kitts Festival, you got somebody who can replace Sugar Boo and whoever that other dude was, all right? Fine.
And if you're doing your mother cunt, boy, what they ask you're doing, boy.
Oh, he's talking to you, cuz. He's talking to you.
Don't fuck me up, boy.
Shouts out to everybody in the chat right now. Marcus, Sincere, my boy Austin London, Two Steps here.
Shouts to Skylo Sky. We see tuning in right now. I don't know if that was your boy or anything.
Yeah, that's he was one of the guys who helped me DJ when I was at
shoot.
When I was down in Allentown, Pennsylvania, DJing at Catch 22 with DJ Menace, man.
Oh man, shout out. You got way back. Of course, we got our fam in here, Airy all day.
All day.
So now
let's get to the nitty-gritty, fam.
Let's get to the nitty-gritty.
It's time to talk business.
3 weeks since we've been gone. Thursday night school,
1,
back
2,
in
3.
business. While we get started, please share the link. Let everybody tune in. Let everybody know we back in business.
Of course, also, if you're listening on iTunes, make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you're listening, watching us on YouTube, make sure you fucking subscribe, fam.
Hit that subscribe button, B. Just listen to us.
Subscribe.
Thursday night school, back in it. So,
all right.
It's been a lot of hip hop that happened.
A lot of hip hop happened.
It's been a lot of hip hop. Which album you want to get into, man? It's been a lot of albums that came out.
First off,
let's go.
I'll be real with you. I have not been on top of these albums, so you're gonna have to lead me through the
My man said he was out there in the Caribbean partying, getting drunk.
Listen to nothing but island music, fam.
He ain't got nothing but soca and dance on
his dance on my blood right now. You see the flat? Look, I'm representing right now.
Yo,
I'm all in it.
My man don't know nothing about Kawhi Leonard or any of that stuff.
I caught that because that was a big deal because everybody watches basketball down there.
All right, yeah, that's true. All right, so let's get into it, man. First and foremost, I think we should talk about Lil Nas X's EP. Why not?
I heard news about that.
So Lil Nas X dropped a little EP, no pun intended. It was very little. 7 songs, I believe, on a thing called Seven.
Yeah.
Every song was just as short as Old Town Road. And when I say Old Town Road, I mean the one with Billy Ray, which is still pretty damn short.
And by the way, that song is still number 1.
Yo, go stream it. Go stream it. I believe it makes 3 more weeks.
It'll be the longest.
It'll be the longest number 1.
The record, yes.
So please go stream Old Town Road. And I mean, it's a good song. Come on, y'all. I love it.
You got support.
The album was good, man. I'm not gonna lie. Albums that I'm a fan of are albums that grow on me. And that album grew on me. I'm not sure if you got a chance to listen to it. It's very quick. If you haven't, we can listen to it right now. But it's good. It's very much exactly what I thought he was going to go the route of, that rock, hip hop, pop kind of route.
I did catch the album. That album I did catch because I felt like it was a big moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had a lot to prove, especially coming off of a big record like Old Town Road.
Absolutely. Old Town Road is the biggest song of the year.
He put it on it twice. Of course, you know why? Because those streams equal up to that instantly going gold, instantly probably gonna go platinum easily.
And he couldn't come up with another song, so.
But yeah, you're right. I think honestly, the fact is it was so eclectic. Rock was on there, like you said, pop was on there.
Yeah.
he had another the song with Cardi B, which is another kind of
country-ish, rodeo for sure
song, which I just think honestly he is so talented.
Yeah.
That the next part of the news that is going to be we're going to talk about makes you understand why it's not going to matter if he's gay or not.
Absolutely. So along with the album drop at the end of the month of June, for people who don't know, which was Pride Month.
Facts.
He celebrated his album drop and celebrated the end of Pride Month by saying, dead ass, I thought it was obvious.
It was obvious. Especially in the album artwork. If you look really close, it's in there in the album artwork.
Yeah, he put a rainbow flag in the album artwork, and it was to symbolize that he is a part of that community.
LGBTQIA.
And I think that it was perfect, man. I think the rollout was awesome. You know, everybody was anticipating an album. You do an EP. The EP had short songs on it, a short amount of short songs on it. And then you're going to announce also, hey, by the way, this is also me coming out as well. So I got nothing but love for it. I got nothing respect for it. I think I discussed this with some people, and it was kind of known. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like people were like questioning it, but they weren't really sure. But one thing is that in my mind, it doesn't really matter
at all. And that's where I think is the best part about it. Is like, this is going to be the first time to where we actually look at it and we're like, damn, so it doesn't matter, which is how it should have been forever. But
I'll say this. When McConan decided to come out, it was post his music run.
Absolutely. Way post.
So
and let's be real, his Tuesday record was nowhere even close.
Yeah.
That was a club banger for a couple months, and that's it. Yeah.
And with this record, it's somebody who's been out there, put himself out there as open about who he is, his personality.
Absolutely.
McConan was like, I'm guarded. It wasn't really out there like that.
Yeah.
And he was trying to fit in with the ATL trap music scene.
Oh, he just did everything about drugs and flipping and all that stuff. And I was like, that's not how
not you.
Nah, bro, you just playing the scene. But with Lil Nas X, he is just being him.
Facts.
He did a country song out of fun. It blew up because of the controversy, and look what happens now. So I think it's good. I didn't honestly listen to that song where apparently he's talking about it. It's called Closure.
I heard it. It was good.
Yeah, I don't even remember it.
It's a song that if you really want to dig and listen hard to, you'll figure it out.
Gotcha.
But if you're just listening through it, you won't be able to.
It's not, so it's supposed to be kind of subtle to it. Yeah. So, and I appreciate that, man. So I think it's cool. I don't like how people started making those jokes about, oh, Ride Till I Can't No More has a different meaning. I'm like, bro, he talking about horses. Like, come on.
But he rolled with it.
Hey, yeah, he was laughing with it. He was like, y'all stupid as hell. Everything about it, I feel like you're right, is he's doing it good, and it's not going to matter at the end of the day. And this is how it should have always been, I mean, with McConan too, but I get why people didn't, attach to it, that little fakeness to it. But nah, man, everything he's doing is perfect, and I hope to see the rest of it. I hope to see the album. I want to see a good full album by the end of the year, because he got to ride this wave, man. He's killing the wave, bro. Like, you got to keep it up.
I'll put it this way: the wave is there for him. I think the fact that women hip hop is unstoppable right now.
Yeah,
for him, that it only helps him that women. Hip hop is being fully embraced.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like the next best thing for him really is like I said, the album's got to come. He has to still show that he can, not just. I don't want to sound like he has to hang with the guys, but he shows that he can compete.
No, for sure.
And then what I mean by compete is have people choose him. You know what I'm saying? It's different when they're like, oh, by himself he stood up and he put himself out there.
Yeah.
And put himself in position. But what I mean by people choose him, I want people to like, yo, Nas X's music. I love his music.
Absolutely.
I'm going to keep streaming his music.
Absolutely.
Keep choosing him over other artists because that's what's going to help him ride and overcome the stigma that people might try to put on him.
And I think he's going to keep going good. So shouts to him. Tell us what you think about Lil Nas X if you're watching. Let us know if you heard that Selvin EP too, but it's dope, man. Speaking of other new music, what else we got, man? What else came out in the last couple weeks?
What is it? Today is the 11th. Jaden Smith's album.
Jaden Smith dropped some heat.
Okay. I haven't heard it, but remember I told you I listened to 2 reviewers.
Yes.
And they both are on the same page about this album, which doesn't sound good for it. But honestly, I'm going to give it a listen no matter what they say.
Yeah.
Because Jaden Smith has earned my at least one free listen.
Yeah.
My benefit of the doubt listen, Jaden Smith has earned that.
The thing is, I never have ever really been a fan of him, and I don't think I'm ever going to be because I just don't get what his route is.
Yeah.
But I love his features, man. I love the people that he F's with. So of course he got a Kid Cudi feature, which is just crazy. He got a Tyler feature, which is kind of right on the same par.
Here's a Young Thug feature.
He has a Thugger feature. He has his sister, a Willow feature. He has an ASAP Rocky feature, which we'll get into a little bit later too as well. But then he just randomly has my man Trinidad James as a feature. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a little dose of Trinidad since I ain't wearing my Trinidad stuff here. We got Trinidad James on the new Jaden Smith album. But
bruh. Oh, whatever. I guess I let it rock.
So
ain't no St. Kitts artist out there like that, so I can't talk shit.
I love his weirdness, man. He's very weird. That's just what he goes for, and I think he's killing it, man. He's doing a good job of it. I haven't really heard too much of it. I just kind of briefly went through, but keep up the good work, man. He's building his fan base that he needs.
Well, one thing I'll tell you about Jaden is the reason why I can tell you I give him the benefit of the doubt. Listen, is because he is no longer seen as just Will Smith's son who raps.
Yes, he's made that name now.
Made the name for himself.
He's made that name now. I agree. Completely agree.
And he's killing the festival circuit. He's killing the. He's opening up for legitimate artists. He's no longer, like I said, no longer Will Smith's son. He is Jaden Smith.
Now here's the thing, though: is he at that part to where would you rather see at a festival or a concert Jaden Smith perform or Will Smith's greatest hits perform?
He's not at that level yet.
Okay, exactly. Because I would 100%.
I could go down for Welcome to Miami.
Yo,
all the
Welcome
time.
to Miami, summertime. Parents just don't understand.
Yeah.
Yo, bring out Jazzy Jeff for a DJ set. Yo, it's done, bro.
Yeah, just play the Fresh Prince song. So.
On repeat for an hour.
Exactly.
But one day he'll get to there.
Yeah,
so.
he's
I agree. He's getting to that point. Now he's no longer looked at as daddy's little kid. You know. Now he's actually gonna make a name. So one day when he gets to that point, that's where I'll be like, damn, bro, you did it.
I'm really wanting also on the topic of Will Smith's children. I want to see what Willow Smith is gonna do.
I do too.
She had a weird album a couple years back that I didn't really like, but she is also very talented and also deserves to help build that situation. Mm-hmm. And I'm really curious to see how she is gonna play her role in the music industry. If she's gonna really just focus. What was she? She's doing the thing right now with her mom with the Red Table Talk.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, speaking of women rappers and singers and the whole LGBTQ community, I think she did recently come out as saying that she is just open.
She's pan.
She's pan. Excuse me.
How you barely out of your teenage years talking about you pan?
That's what
experiences have you had as
18 years
pan?
old, but here's the thing. We know the rumors of her parents and how they've been a happy, loving couple. So you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, if I was Will Smith, I'll be so confused.
Yeah, I would too.
Like, baby, I don't want you to be a hoe, but you can take some dick. Please, baby, I don't want you to.
I mean, Will Smith is the perfect father to have for these two kids.
Yeah.
That's what I think is the truth. So
exactly.
Jaden too. So I can't. They're both the perfect parents for these two kids. But at the end of the day, I'm very happy to see where she goes too. It's going to be much different than the whip my hair route,
which I hope it was.
That's gonna be buried very, very far.
Yeah.
Very, very far.
Even right now, it's nothing that you really think about from the last project she did.
She's done a good job of putting it away in the past, which is good. I get
made
it.
A couple million off it.
But yeah, she's 18, so I mean, let her ride that way. Let her find her.
Let her ride till she can't no more. Since we're talking about that.
Moving on, it's the new music, man. We had also a very long album that came out.
Okay.
It was a guy by the name of Chris Breezy.
See Breezy dropping those hits for the streaming
masses. Streaming master, bro. Oh my God. So I did have a chance to listen to it one time.
That's all you can. You don't have enough time to listen to it more than one time.
Fam, I went to South Florida and back and still didn't have time to listen to it,
no,
bro. I was like, man, I'm too busy for this, bro. Like, he dropped Indigo, Chris Brown, and he did a great job. I think it was good. I think it was everything that I expected.
Okay.
I think it was a little bit more than what I expected. I think he did a great job of it. I do got to go back and listen to it. I do like that, some of it was like a R&B side. The other side was kind of like club banger side. But he's got like Gunna on it. He's got Tank on it. So he's got some great features.
Please don't list all the features because
it's going to be here forever.
How many songs was it? It was 30?
32, I believe. Yeah, exactly.
Dog, like that's 2 albums, fam. That's literally, it's 2 albums worth of music.
Shit, for Kanye, that's about 4.
Yeah, you're right.
Between all the albums that Kanye dropped and produced last year, that's Chris Brown's Indigo.
Exactly. I don't understand. What I do know is you have to sift through a lot of the music to find
The gems.
The gems. So did you find any gems through that you were willing to return back to?
So
if you look at the track list now,
I do like the No Guidance track. I really do.
It grew on me.
With the Drake.
It grew on me.
The Gunna song Heat is good too, just because Chris Brown knows how to work with these new artists. Always. And then the song specifically, not with Tank, but with Tory Lanez, Lurkin. It's pretty good. I'm not actually a fan of Tory Lanez at all, but I mean, I think just Chris Brown has a way of knowing how to combine with people. He's also got, like I said, the song Early 2K with Tank, and it's right after a song called Sexy with Trey Songz. So you can imagine how those two songs go back to back. So add that to your sex
R&B
playlist. But then there's some songs where I just don't care for, man. He got a song with Jordan Lucas, which I was just like, this is
Wait,
random.
is that the one that was a single from?
It's like him and Wayne, and it's like they rapping.
I heard that as a music video on YouTube.
And then he got the Wobble Up with Nicki and G.
That's a hit record.
Which it's a hit record, but I'm just like, okay, this is Chris Brown single. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, whatever.
Because they only dropped it because the one with Joyner didn't work.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you thought Wayne would have picked it up, didn't work. I think when you describe sifting through Chris Brown's albums or Chris Brown's songs in an album, Chris Brown's albums remind me a lot like
well, these most recent too.
Yeah, like the big full long albums that could be 3 or 4 albums. They remind me a lot of like the Shopping Store Ross or Burlington Coat Factory, to where like there's a lot of options and it's a lot of stuff that you're just looking through, and eventually you find like that. Oh shit, this shit. That fresh black tee for $8,
or that pair of shoes that you can't get at Foot Locker.
Fam, I'm talking like the rarest Steve Maddens for no reason. $40.
$40.
Like,
yeah,
what?
Let me snatch that right there.
Oh shit. So I mean, I'm not trying to insult him. I'm just saying he makes quality stuff.
Yeah,
it's just some of the stuff is not always what you're gonna grab. Some of the stuff you got to actually pay attention to and feel. But shouts to him. Like you said, we all know he's playing the streaming numbers. We all know he's just trying to get them numbers up. Man.
I'm curious to see what Billboard's going to do to kind of regulate that. If there will be some type of regulation involved.
I agree. It's just an interesting topic, because what people don't understand when we say the streaming game is Chris Brown just released a 32-song album. Every song on that album has gotten played. Think about that. Yeah. And every song of that album, compared to most of his fandom, is probably going to get played a bunch of times.
And I guarantee you, somewhere down the line, some of these songs might pick up steam, as they're not picking up steam now, but somewhere down the line, they'll pick up steam when we don't think about it.
Commercial, somebody could do a YouTube viral dance video, and it makes people play it more. We've mentioned TikTok gives these streams, also plays as well.
Yeah.
Our point is, when you have so much out there in a release, and you know that people are going to listen to it, regardless of if it's good or bad, you're going to get streams. And ultimately what it does for you is gives you that title of 100,000 streams in 1 week.
Easily.
Or most streams on an Apple Music platform. But in reality, you have that title because you just put out a bunch of stuff.
Or it turns into what Drake does. Even though Drake doesn't put out all song in masses, but if you have 10 songs and at least 7 of them end up on the Billboard chart,
more hits than the Beatles,
or even not just that, even on the top 10 streaming chart, not even on the Billboard chart, the top 10 streaming chart, they're just going to encourage those streams even more and more. Then they're going to turn people to listening to the rest of your album.
Exactly.
It's a tunneling effect.
It's a circle. And it's marketing 101. But I mean, our point in saying this is like, it's very apparent that artists are playing the stream game.
Of course.
We talked about DJ Khaled a few weeks ago in terms of him being mad he didn't get #1 first week, and he was mad because he didn't get the sales counted from his energy drink sales.
Yeah, energy drink.
So think about that. Just think about that. Why are you supposed to get sales or streams from an energy drink sale? So it's the same kind of concept with Chris Breezy. I'm not mad at it because it's not like he's putting unmastered, unquality stuff, but it's one of those things to where you could tell he's like, throw it in there.
But also, you kind of it's a bite back against the traditional album.
Absolutely,
because it's not really conceptual. It's just a bunch of songs. It's almost like a playlist mood type of vibe, more life type idea.
I think you said just a bunch of songs. There's no concept to it. Like it's not like an indigo concept. Like he's trying to be purple.
Yeah.
It's like he's just Chris Brown. Here's a bunch of songs.
Yeah, you can dance to it.
You can smash to him too. But
okay, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, shouts to Breezy though. I mean no disrespect. At the end of the day, I just think that it's interesting to talk about this because streaming is very new in the music world. So we got to really have that conversation and take a moment to acknowledge it. But go check out Chris Brown's Indigo, man. Go get him them 32 streams that he's looking for.
All right. So we're going to get to the biggest album that dropped while I was gone.
Biggest album, so many features, so many people on it. What you got?
Revenge of the Dreamers 3. Even though there wasn't a 1 or 2. But it's Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
Yo, man.
I noticed that. I'm like, where was 1 and 2?
So they did have 1 and 2, but here's the thing. That's why 3 is so big, because 3 is what people are talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody has been established by now on 3. Cole is obviously bigger than ever since the first 2 albums came out, and his whole crew is actually just as big. We got JID, we got Boz, we got Earth Gang.
Facts.
All of them.
Ari Lennox.
Lennox. Oh my God.
She's-
Luke
yo,
Omen. Oh,
I saw a picture of her. She is so thick. Top her with a biscuit.
Shouts to her, you know. But yeah, everybody on that whole squad was on it, plus a couple other nice features from hip hop. And it was beautiful, man. If you are a fan of hip hop, you need to go and listen to Revenge of the Dreamers 3 right now, because that is the hip hop album of the summer.
Yeah.
Honestly.
If you want bars,
you want
some
bars,
type of vibe.
you want just rap on rap, you don't want no catchy hook. And even if you do, they got Young Thug on this mother. Like, it's still good. Like,
yeah.
Or Young Nudie as well is what I meant. But it's a great album. What did you think of it since you actually heard it?
I did not hear this one.
No, shit, he's still on that soca, yo.
Look, let me tell you, I only heard Nas because it was on. It was like it got released before on my way down.
It's like 19 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to hear this. I'll be real with you. I want to hear this. I want to hear Crit Was Here. I need to listen to the Jaden Smith that I told you I'll give it a courtesy listen. But yeah, I am behind on hip hop music, guys, for the first time in a very long time.
So, man, this album.
So tell me about this, man.
This album, man. I mean, I only gave it 1 or 2 listens. And I mean, it's not, I'll give it this. It's exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
And it's not more than what I expected.
How many songs?
It is a total of 17 songs.
That's not bad.
18 songs.
18 songs.
With
the amount of people that's on it, it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of them is Middle Child, though. So, Cole had to,
Extra
put that.
streams.
You know what I'm saying? Look, fill it up.
I would have made it a remix on that bitch.
With all the people that are on it, man. I was like, expecting
put JID on the remix.
Yo, freaking Dreamville,
Earth Gang.
bruh, just for no reason, literally have them spit for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. Just
a fun track. But that's how every track was.
Yeah.
Like the same way we're thinking of how that remix should have been is how every track was. It was just mixtape, Dreamville. Let's have a hot hip hop beat with some horns and good 808s, and let's just spit bars.
Okay.
A lot of it's, if I could really think about it, didn't really have hooks. I would say like half the tracks or half the album just had like bars and bars and bars and bars.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 2-bar hook and that's it.
But it was enjoyable though?
It was extremely enjoyable because when was the last time you heard anything like that, man? It's something that you expect from a DJ Khaled album. That's the only person that has that caliber to do it.
Yeah.
But nobody's doing it like this. What's the last compilation album that was like this? Shit.
Hard to think about.
Shit, man.
Maybe Young Money?
I could say maybe Self-Made, the Rick Ross one, but that wasn't like bars.
That wasn't bars. Well, yeah,
it was a mixture of that and kind of like hood.
That's why I say Young Money was kind of like that because at that point Nicki was still spinning. Wayne
True.
was still spinning.
Yeah, Drake was spinning. Even Tiger, little Tiger.
But it definitely had it was made for regular consumption.
Yeah, radio music. I would say. Maybe like Pro Era and like Joey Badass.
There you go.
Their compilation albums is up to par with what Revenge of the Dreamers is. But Revenge of the Dreamers is just so different because Pro Era is straight New York, Beast Coast.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
Hip
Boom
hop,
bap type
boom
shit.
bap, straight bass line, which is I still love. But this right here is like more broader hip hop. And bro, I'm telling you, anybody knows me knows I'm a huge JID fan. Hearing JID and then just Earth Gang right after, and then just Cole just trying to go like up to up, yo, they killed it. The best part about this though, they do have some great other features like T.I.'s on it, Young Nudie's on it. Buddy's on it. Was Smino was on it.
Oh,
yo, nasty.
Smino is not. He's not Dreamville, is he?
I don't believe he is.
Thought he would be. He fits it.
He does.
Well, he was on tour with Dreamville, so he might be Dreamville.
He's associated acts with them, but I don't think he's actually signed with Dreamville. Looking up right now. But yeah, they had just a bunch of cool off-gang features. But my favorite part was when this album came out. It had Wells Fargo trending on Twitter, and I was like, what the hell is Wells Fargo trending on Twitter for? And I clicked on it and could not find out why Wells Fargo was trending on Twitter because every tweet was saying, why is Wells Fargo trending on Twitter?
Yeah.
So y'all just kept feeding it some more energy,
exactly.
questioning it. And then I actually listened to the album and I figured it out, and it's literally like in the hook of the song, it's with JID, Earth Gang, Buddy, Guap Dad 4000. Literally in the hook of the song, they're saying, I'm about to rob a Wells Fargo.
Yeah, facts.
So I was like, all right, this is dope. This is what I want. Get my gun. We about to rob a Wells Fargo. Got some breads. got some broads, we need a whole carload.
Yeah.
So I love the album. It's that type of hip hop. It's that type of gutter cutthroat. If you haven't heard it, go check it out now. Revenge of the Dreamers 3, Cold World, baby.
By next Thursday, we'll have the albums I talked about listened to, and I'll be able to give my 2 cents. I really wanted to get to the Big Crit song album, but you know, when you come back from vacation,
you need another vacation.
you need another vacation from life. You know what I'm saying?
That's literally what they say, man.
Exactly.
But it's all good, man. You could next week also give us some soca and dancehall reviews.
Yeah, facts. So where do we go from here, bro?
We got a lot of big news besides hip hop. With hip hop, we mentioned earlier on Jaden Smith's album, he had a feature featuring one of our favorite hip hop artists.
Facts.
Who is currently going through some BS across waters in international land. ASAP Rocky.
Always striving, prosper,
Pretty
Rocky.
boy Flacco.
Yeah.
He is currently locked up in Sweden.
Yes, no bail. He has to be there for at least 2 weeks before the prosecutors get to charge him formally.
Absolutely.
I can go through what exactly happened.
So what happened?
So what exactly happened? He was down in Sweden. He had a performance there. Some guys were walking past him and his entourage. They might have bumped into him, knocked the man's glasses off his hands. Supposedly, the man's glasses was thrown at the entourage. The guys started following Rocky. And his entourage like, hey, I want my glasses, my sunglasses, where my sunglasses, my glasses. Rocky's like, yo, we don't know where your glasses was at, man. Just leave us alone. We don't want no problems.
This is all on footage.
It's all on footage.
This is literally on video.
The first part, what I'm talking about, was on Rocky's footage.
Yeah.
What was the problematic thing was that when Rocky there was an altercation, and Rocky and his team did what anybody who keep following me, fam.
Shit.
Enough times, I told you enough times, we're going to stomp your ass out.
That's what happened.
And they stomped him out.
They sure did.
The Sweden police don't really like that. You can't defend yourself like that. And I feel like it's also, from what I'm hearing, Sweden has some laws where you can be the aggressor up until a certain point to defend yourself. And I think they feel like he crossed the line of overly aggressively protecting himself.
So too much defense.
Too much till he turned into offense.
Okay.
Supposedly he's facing up to 6 years behind bars in Sweden. Of course, there's reports that he's been reaching out to Jay-Z. People, he hasn't had any phone calls, but his people have been reaching out to Jay-Z.
I mean, shoot, Twitter's been reaching out to Jay-Z.
Exactly.
Everybody's like, call Hove.
Exactly. So we're hip hop as a culture here in Florida, in America, has been trying to figure out how can we help ASAP Rocky. Of course, it's a really fucked up situation. This is on footage. You can see this on World Star.
It is.
Vlad TV, Twitter. You know what I mean? So. How do you feel about the situation?
I mean, I feel about how everybody should feel about it. It's messed up, man. I will say this, man. This is just because I'm a neutral person. I just want to see all the facts first. I do want to see an official statement from whatever police station he's locked up in, because not that I don't doubt that he's, doesn't have all this types of access to communicate.
Yeah.
But I want to see them say that. I want to see them say something that's like, oh, we actually do give him access. What you're hearing on the media is lies. Until I hear that. Yeah, that's true. So if you're not coming out here saying something, that just means that you really are being that protective and seclusive as a police department. So that's what I think is the issue for me. I want to hear an official word, and the fact that you have ASAP Ferg like literally tweeting this stuff like, yo, help my brother out. That's where it's like, Ferg ain't gonna say no BS. Like we really got trying to get him out. So
and Ferg's wasn't overseas with him.
No, exactly.
So it's kind of hard to know who to believe.
Yeah, exactly.
And the one thing I can tell you that I did hear from the reporting is that there was some back and forth on the state of the accommodations.
Oh wow.
That he was living in. They said it was kind of dirty. You know what I mean? But I feel like when you get arrested, they throw you in a holding cell right in America.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And that's not the best place to be. Period. So
No.
I think it's kind of like the same thing. Your first initial lockup, they throw you in a little rinky-dink holding situation.
Especially black person on a work visa. Y'all gotta understand.
Yeah.
Like that's what the man is in there
yeah.
for. He's on a work visa. He's performing there as a tourist. So
yeah, exactly. And the reason, and I can understand the reason why for them not giving him bail.
Yeah, I get
You're
that.
a tourist,
Yeah.
man. We don't know if you're gonna jump on the plane and skedaddle.
Yo, I'm being completely honest. That's what I'm saying. Be neutral when you hear these things.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we saw the footage. We see what was up. He really shouldn't be locked up to those types of conditions. And even if he was locked up, I feel like he should have been out by now. Like this could have been something then all right, come back in here for your court date or whatever. Like
that's the issue. The reason why they don't give him bail
because he's a foreigner.
He's a foreigner.
Literally,
yeah.
like I mean, think of it literally. If we had a Sweden person come in here and beat up an American, he's gonna be locked up, legit. So we get that, but it's just, and I'm not saying money should buy it, but evidence should buy it, you know? And that's why I'm like, I want to see the statement. Like, if I'm sure the police people in Sweden or anybody in Sweden has seen that footage. I'm certain there's people who are just like us in America who are fighting for justice in Sweden.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? People are a huge fan. We talk about fandom and how far that goes. This is like a rightful fandom.
Yeah, there's a reason why he was in Sweden performing.
Yeah, and there's a reason why he was defending himself. So there's so much rights for this to justify what happened. So that's why I'm just like, I really need to see where we're at with that statement. I really need to see where that's at. But it's horrible, man. A$AP Rocky, we all know he's not a bad guy.
Free A$AP.
Free A$AP, man. Pretty boy Flacco.
Pretty boy Flacco. Of course, there would be nothing else but to talk about the bullshit that's been going on with the NBA, man.
The NBA has turned up, ladies and gentlemen.
We finally have some moves that went down.
So, in the words of Thanos, perfectly balanced.
I don't know about perfectly balanced.
The NBA is back at somewhat of a balance. I would say that
no,
the NBA...
it's not. The East is still trash, my friend.
I mean, I would say yes. Yes. But I would also say that now there is no official big threes anymore.
Yeah,
or like ridiculous big threes.
Yeah, the super team has kind of faded out.
Now, Golden State Warriors are still amazing, but Klay Thompson's out this year. So it's going to be a little rough. You know
Klay Thompson's out this year. I think KD's going to be out.
KD's out for a year. So let's talk about the trades while we at it, man.
All right. So the main piece that everybody was waiting to fall.
And it happened right then.
It happened. It was supposed to happen before 4th of July. We had to wait. Put July 5th and 6th. Kawhi Leonard decided to not go to the Toronto Raptors.
What it do, baby?
He went back home to LA, but not to the Lakers.
He went to the Staples Centers, but not to the Lakers.
He went to the Clippers.
Doc Rivers, shout out.
I
don't know how you did it, but you did it.
He did it. He also pulled in PG. So
13.
PG left Oklahoma City Thunder,
which was a good move. I don't think he was doing good with
who'd
Russell.
Y'all get over at the Heat?
We got Jimmy Buckets, baby.
Jimmy Buckets, who could have very well, I think he could have stayed.
Oh, he would have done great.
It would have been fine.
Would have been great in Philly. A great pick for Philly. But shout out, I think Wade really recruited him hard. Yeah. They played on the Bulls a little bit a couple years ago, and Wade was tweeting about it. He's like, bro, come take the title. You could be Mr. Miami. I'll tell you, and I'll pass the torch.
I mean,
it ain't going to be Wade County.
I know it. You can't.
But it's going to be Biscayne Buckets. That's what we're going to do.
Is that a thing now?
It's a T-shirt, so...
It's a thing?
It's a T-shirt. Biscayne Buckets, like Jimmy Buckets. With that title, you better drop.
Okay.
And speaking of,
I can rock with that.
And speaking with the PG-13 trade, so now the biggest rumor right now is that Russell Westbrook wants to come to Miami.
Fuck y'all.
Now,
Russell, come to the Magic, please.
I'll say this.
Come to the Magic, please.
I'll say this. It may not be the best combo. Russell and Jimmy both got egos. Heavy. Yeah, so many egos. We may have to trade a lot for him, but it would be great going on to what we're talking about.
Come to the Magic.
With the 2 people per team thing, I think that's great. I think that'll be good.
Russell, we need you.
So yeah, Kawhi went to the Clippers, which was the biggest, craziest thing. For like 3 days, it was trending on Twitter that Kawhi is a Laker, and I don't know who got that number one trending, but
because Chris Broussard said.
And then the day after, Jalen Rose came out and said there's a 99% chance that Kawhi's signing with the Raptors again. So I'm like, y'all don't know shit.
Nobody knew nothing. His team was keeping it tight-lipped. The Raptors, he would have been fine at the Raptors. Especially with Butler going to Miami, like he could have been fine.
Bruh, they won. They beat Golden State. They would have easily done it. Golden State is not going to have the same 2 people that they didn't have in the finals.
I don't understand why nobody wants to be in the fucking East.
I mean, it's
look, realistically, all you got to do is beat 2 teams.
What, like Giannis
and Philly.
And Philly. Well, not Philly. No, I won't say Philly no more.
But you get what I'm saying? All you got to do is beat 2 teams.
Yeah.
In the West, you got to be like 5 motherfuckers.
Kawhi, I'll say this, wanted to go home. That's for sure.
Yeah, home is different.
LA compared to
Toronto.
Toronto's basically.
But you had the whole country behind you, bro.
But Toronto's basically New York. Let's be real. Location wise, and also like the culture wise, it's basically like New York, just with a different citizenship.
New York adjacent.
yeah, exactly. Like with a different passport. So you could tell, man. I watched the whole final celebrations. Kawhi just sitting there smoking a cigar, like can't wait to get out. This
popping some fucking champagne. Yeah,
I did see a funny couple memes to where he came back to Toronto after being in LA, and people were like following his airplane and all this stuff. And Drake actually showed up to the meeting, his last meeting in Toronto. And as soon as he signed with the Clippers, I remember seeing something where it was like, "What the hell did Drake tell Kawhi in that meeting?"
Well, like, we do know that Drake offered Kawhi a part in OVO, so he could have got a piece of that OVO money. Money.
Here's the thing. Kawhi looks like a type of guy. Kawhi could look like a type of guy that could sign with Rock Nation.
Yeah, but speaking of signing a Rock Nation,
we got the
Brooklyn Nets.
The Brooklyn Nets just signed two of the biggest players in the NBA,
Kyrie Irving
and Kevin Durant.
KD, but KD's gonna be out for a year. But
huge
that's
deal.
A big
huge out of the Golden State. Brought him a ring, 3 years in the finals.
I'll be real with you. I think that's not gonna be a good marriage.
I think that it was a bad move, and I'm a big fan of the Golden State Warriors dynasty, and I think that with Kevin Durant, it made them godly. It made them immortal, and that's the only reason they didn't win is because they had Klay and KD gone. KD gone for most of that part. So I think that if he stayed, even with the trades that we see now that we're discussing, absolutely not stopping a healthy Golden State Warriors with Steph, Klay, and KD.
What I was mentioning, I don't think Kevin Durant and having Kyrie Irving on the same team is good. I feel like Kyrie. I think maybe it might be good because LeBron, when he was with Kyrie, LeBron speaks his mind a lot. He's heavy on leading the team. KD is a little bit more passive, I guess.
I would say that.
So I guess it might work out. I'm thinking it might work out.
And see, that's exactly what my argument was that he didn't work with LeBron well because they both wanted to be the star. I think Kyrie could kind of pump the brakes back a little bit and be a point guard.
Well, after he learned how
now,
hard it is to lead a fucking team
now
in
he
Boston.
knows he's like, it ain't going to work by myself. Now you got the next best thing next to LeBron James.
Facts.
And at the end of the day, he's his rival basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I get to, mess up my old rival, and then I got to team with this dude. Especially after a year without KD, he's going to be like, damn, I need a star to pass this ball to.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan ain't going to be that. So
exactly.
I think it's going to be interesting. The biggest part about that though was that the Knicks just got screwed, bro.
The Knicks are like crying.
Yo, like I'm talking Knicks fans are on suicide watch.
Yeah,
I don't joke about that.
The whole fandom.
Like it's
the whole
bad.
fandom.
And I had to really do my research, and I didn't realize like the ownership is that bad.
Yeah,
like
people are begging James Dolan to sell the team.
Yeah, because nobody wants to play for him, and I'm like, damn, it's that bad.
And the Knicks are a historic franchise.
Madison Square Garden. Why would you give that up for Barclays that just opened 5 years ago?
Even though Barclays is lit.
It's lit. That's the point. Brooklyn is lit. Brooklyn is gentrified as hell. You get coffee shops in every corner instead of bodegas. So that's where people want to go. People want to be in that Rock Nation vibe.
Exactly. The Knicks don't have anybody cool that wants to draw them to them. You're treating your legends like shit.
And the Nets are going to do a good job of making it the new New York, which I think is insane. Like if you can take that Knicks title,
that's tough.
That's crazy,
that's
bro.
Tough.
That's like Clippers taking the Lakers title.
This year not this year. Actually, they might challenge this year.
Well, so
even though the Lakers did make some late moves,
the Lakers made some amazing moves. Who did the Lakers pick up, my dude?
I know they re-signed Rajon Rondo.
They did.
I think they gave Kuzma an extension.
They got Kuzma, who's a great pickup. They got Jared Dudley.
Who?
But the two main people.
I love how he reacted to him getting signed. He's like, yo, he put up a picture of him, LeBron.
The big three. It's a big three.
Big three. I love Dudley's
But LeBron
reaction.
James is still there on the Lakers, of course. But they signed a big boy.
They got DeMarcus Cousins.
They got Anthony Davis as well, bro.
Facts. Even though DeMarcus will be out for he's supposed to.
No, he's there.
He's back.
He'll be back. He may be like the first couple months, but
that team's gonna be legit now.
They got like a big lineup, bro. Like first of all, DeMarcus is huge.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is top center.
But that gives you a good switch out.
Yeah, you in the paint. How you gonna guard him, or what you gonna do?
Well, who's gonna be? I think Anthony. When they were in New Orleans together, Anthony played the 4.
Yeah, and then DeMarcus was center.
5.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that would work. Have LeBron at small forward, if anything, and he's a huge small forward.
Yeah, and they talking about giving him the chance to run point.
Bruh, it's done.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be Showtime Lakers. I'm excited for them.
6'7" point guard who handles like fucking Magic Johnson.
Yo, I'm excited for them, man. It's been stirred, and a couple other trades, man. We had Kemba go out to Boston, filling in for Kyrie's spot.
Yeah, I feel like his personality works better there.
Yeah. A lot of good trades just went on, man. So between all of that, I'm very happy to see where the NBA is
and my
at.
Magic ain't done shit. God damn it, Magic.
Orlando ain't really doing
Orlando, come on, man.
Sorry, man.
God damn, we're just as bad as the Knicks, but we have a better front office. Well, our front office at least is nice.
They're
not kicking the legends out.
It's Disney, you know what I mean?
You know, but oh my god,
But yeah, between that, a couple other big notes. Al Horford actually came back he's on Philly. Yep. Harrison Barnes actually left, I believe, Golden State. D'Angelo.
Iguodala, was Iguodala still with the Golden State? No, Iguodala left, didn't he?
I think it was either Iggy or it was Harrison Barnes that left. But let me check. D'Angelo Russ actually just came out to
LA.
He went to Golden State, is what I'm saying. But he's really filling in for Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
so that's pretty much what he's doing. So I think it's great, man. I think it's beautiful. Just everything that's going on in the NBA. It's going to be a hell of a season, especially because Miami now, man. Like now we got a star. You know, before nobody was really caring about it since LeBron left. So
come on, Magic. Late moves. Come on, Magic.
I'll say this, honestly, now that everybody is kind of situated, Magic need to pick up somebody, bro.
We got Marquez Fultz, and this nigga still hasn't shown up.
He ain't nothing.
We don't like our front office sent out a press release saying we don't know where Marcus Fultz is. They sent a press release saying they don't know where the Negro is.
Oh my God, I'm really just very curious. As to what we do with Mo Bamba, because I feel like we're just gonna trade him. So
please, oh my God,
it's bad, man. It's bad.
The Magic we just don't know how to keep good players. we gave away Shaq. We didn't get any. We got nothing for Dwight Howard. Hardaway left. Then we got an aging ass fucking Grant Hill to play with fucking Tracy McGrady. Wasted Tracy McGrady's years. I'm so pissed. Oh my God.
But tell us how you feel about the NBA trades, man. It's been a very good year, very good offseason.
It's been exciting. Very exciting offseason. Honestly, I'm looking forward to next season, but we gotta go through football season first.
Yes,
which I'm excited for too.
Yeah, we in that weird, awkward part right now where no sports are. And I'm just like
Wimbledon tennis didn't do well.
But the thing, I watched it. Yeah,
the women's soccer team.
We kicked ass, but shout out to them. Let me give a shout out to them, man, because that's 3 years in the World Cup finals. That's incredible.
Yeah,
and then the fact that we had a dominated game, a 13-0 game this around.
Exactly. Even though everybody complaining, y'all celebrate too much. Shut up, Canada.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Canada complaining on your telecast. Nobody gives a fuck about your TSN.
Y'all just mad about Kawhi.
Yeah.
All right. And then 2 World Cups in a row that we won.
Facts.
So if we could repeat the World Cup, shouts to my women's soccer team, yo.
Yeah, facts. The men came second in the Gold Cup, which is the regional competition.
Yeah.
They lost to, of course, Mexico, who is, of course, the big rival. We looked good throughout the tournament. The problem was at the very end, we lost. They scored a goal in the 73rd or 72nd minute. A little mental lapse. You know, sometimes over long game, soccer is a 90-minute game. Sometimes over these long stretches of games, you kind of, if you're not in the right position, you lose concentration. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Overall, I was kind of proud with the men's team. Of course, the women's team dominated, but the men's team we're rebuilding. New coach, new everything, picking players and trying to find what system works for us. So,
I will say, man, not to get too controversial, but it's about time that we pay them girls a little bit more, man. Like, honestly, at this point.
Yeah.
At this point.
Okay, so I'm going to say something. I believe they should get paid equally.
Yes.
But I'm going to say something that might be a little controversial.
Okay.
When we speak about equal pay, let's say if our men's team was at least as good as Argentina. I mean, we had Lionel Messi. We had a team that made it to the semifinals of the last World Cup.
Yeah.
If our men's team was as good as Brazil or the men's England team who had a great run this
top teams, yeah,
would the women's team have as big of a leg to stand on as they do now? Because right now the women's team is more dominant than the men's team of all time. Period.
Yes.
If historically the men's team was the was more dominant than the women's team,
I think whatever team is doing better should get paid more.
I'm okay. Like I said, I'm okay with that.
So that's all. That's the only way I look at it.
Yeah.
So,
part of that goes against it's not just the U.S. Soccer Federation's problem; it's FIFA's problem.
Yeah, it's FIFA. It's 100% FIFA.
Yeah.
My point is, if the men's world soccer team gets to I believe we barely even get to like the top 8.
We got to the top. We got to the top
16.
8. We got top 8 before.
Top 8. Okay.
In the South Korea World Cup, we got to the top 8. We got knocked out.
Okay.
We made it past the knockout stages before.
So if we're getting to the knockout stages, top 8, and the women's world soccer has gone to the World Cup 3 years in a row,
yeah,
I think that at this point in this moment, they should definitely be paid at least equal. At least.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Like, and I agree. Maybe historically you want to go through it. Yeah, I'm just saying right now.
Yeah, right now. I'm just saying.
There's no reason for me to say like, oh yeah, they should get paid. Not like the thing is, I'm not even saying more. Like equal
pay. Well, honestly, I feel like.
Put it this way: Alex Morgan is on the women's soccer team, and she, I believe, also plays still. I'm not sure if it's still, but for the Orlando women's soccer.
For the Pride.
Yeah, shouts to Orlando Pride. I once saw her in my neighborhood.
Facts.
And I live in Baldwin Park in Orlando. It ain't, it's a little bougie, you know what I mean? But it ain't money. Like, if I could afford it, I'm here at Thursday night school.
In fact, we hustling.
So why am I in a neighborhood even close to the women that's in the World Cup soccer team?
You want to be by her.
3.
You know you want to be by her. Don't lie.
I would love to, but my point is the men's soccer team players ain't even close to where I'm staying at, bruh. And I'm not even talking about the world's men's soccer team. I'm talking about the Orlando City soccer team players all got mansions in Windermere. So why does this girl who plays for the Women's World Cup is still not making that much?
Let's be real. When it comes down to entertainment and sports, it's honestly about what numbers are you producing.
True.
Not numbers on the field.
No, absolutely.
It's numbers,
sales, views, games, people watching. I agree.
So technically, it's not the women's fault that they're not getting the money. It's not the sport's fault they're not getting the money.
I agree.
It's the marketing of the games and all that, the fault.
100%.
Because historically men's sports has always been bigger,
more watched,
more watched. Because honestly, for a longest period of time, men were the only ones able to play the damn sports. So historically, that's the reason. But as women's soccer, as women's basketball continues to get built in popularity, of course, their numbers of views and their numbers of support will pick up. So it's also about how much money that people are pouring into the team. So
I hope now, though, like you said, historically it was like that, but I hope now that we see who's the more competitive team, come on, let's put some more airtime on them. Let's get some more marketing on them, so that way they could get paid.
And let's be real, the reason why Thailand's women's soccer team got beat by the women's soccer team, our women's soccer team so much is because their country doesn't put as much money into the women's soccer team as they put in the men's soccer team.
What the hell is Thailand going to do with their women's soccer? They don't give a damn about that.
Literally, those we have at least our women's soccer team. They can say, "Hey, we are professional women's soccer players." Thailand's team that made it to the World Cup is a bunch of part-time soccer players.
Good way to put it. Yo.
And the nation actually subsidizes their job with another company so they can have a job and then part-time play soccer. So it's people need to understand it's not exactly a black and white issue if we want to see it as a black and white issue. If those who are complaining about women's soccer not getting paid, guess what you should do? Watch the games.
Yeah, I agree.
Go to the games.
I agree. Support more.
Buy jerseys.
And not to say that you don't, but understand that's the issue.
It's the
FIFA issue. It's the Fox Sports issue.
It's the money issue.
They're not putting it out there to get the money that it deserves. So,
and you want to complain about the Pride not getting as much love? You know what? Get you and your friends to go to the Orlando City games. Y'all need to go to the Orlando Pride games too. So damn it. So you can't be on one side of the fence and complaining when you're not doing what it takes to push them over the edge.
And it really does take this. And we're not saying that it's right. Obviously, this should have been fixed a long time ago.
Facts.
But this is what it takes for it to be changed now. So go do your part. We do our part, yo. We support our girls.
Yeah, facts. Orlando Pride, Orlando City.
All day.
Of course, everybody knows that me and DJ Trinity love our ladies.
We do it, man.
I
We
took a
do.
picture for the Orlando girls, but they was on the rooftop at Celine one day when Chino was DJing.
Really? The team?
Yeah, they was looking good, boy. I saw
my
Alex
God.
Morgan. I saw Cena LaRue, my boo. Oh my God,
Oh man,
looking good.
they're beautiful, man. But
Oh
I mean,
shit, Russell Westbrook to Houston.
that's
Look, hold up, let's double check that.
Oh, that could be official. That could be official. Oh, Ray.
This can't be true.
Ray, you about to? Our boy Ray in the chat just dropped some.
This can't be true. I can't. First, I'm checking this Instagram.
Okay.
Is that fair? That's true?
So I'm seeing report Thunder deal Russell Westbrook to Rockets for Chris Paul and picks.
Oh, this is real.
Yo.
Wow.
So shout out to Ray for giving us that breaking news.
Breaking news.
We was just talking about all the NBA picks and, my Miami Heat got Jimmy Buckets. We was hoping for a little Russell West, but we was probably going to give everybody for him. So that's cool. But, ladies and gentlemen, the other double team, the perfect two, is back.
Yo, the Orlando City Thunder original duo is back together.
Yo, OKC minus KD, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. They back.
Damn,
that is
crazy.
epic, ladies and gentlemen. That is.
I don't know if they can really. I want to see them play together. I can't.
Well, who's Patrick Beverly? Is that who's their point now? If they don't got
one of these two niggas, but
James Harden can run point.
But you gotta. I don't.
That's crazy.
As much time as they spent apart dominating the ball, I can't see them playing together right now.
I mean, here's the thing: nobody could see Russell Westbrook playing with anybody. Let's be honest. Give me one person you think you could see him playing with. Exactly. So why not have him play with somebody that he did play with? He actually did a great job of playing with.
But there's a reason why they broke him up for a reason.
Yeah, but I guess they're a little bit more mature. But that's breaking news, man.
Breaking news. Shouts out to Ray for hitting us with that.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook on the Houston Rockets.
That's beautiful, man. I ain't really mad. I'm not mad he ain't go to the Heat. I'm happy to see it because that's gonna be a cool.
Fuck you, Rush. It came to Magic. But y'all, it's damn near time for us to get out of here. We gotta catch some movies catching up. We got the Lion King coming out.
Lion King, all these Disney movies out. Lion King's coming out, and everybody's talking about it. I think it's.
They're making a live action Mulan, fam.
Yes, they are. I hope Mulan's good. I hope all these remakes are good because I haven't seen Aladdin. I haven't seen Dumbo.
I don't want to see Dumbo. Sorry, Dumbo was not my favorite.
I want to see Aladdin.
Aladdin was good.
I do want to see. I do want to see Lion King, but I'm very fearful because Beyonce can't act. I'm sorry, Beehive. I'm sorry.
Listen, Beyonce ain't acting. She's just doing the voice, baby.
I've seen a 10-second clip on Twitter, and the caption was exactly what it sounded like, which is why she sound like she reading a book to little children. And that's exactly how Beyonce's voice was. And I was like, oh, I'm afraid now. Oh. I'm afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
here's the Russell Westbrook.
Because here's the thing. A lot of those actors are voice actors. Yeah. So John Oliver is a good voice actor. Eric Andre, great voice actor. Yeah. Seth Rogen, great voice actor. And Childish Gambino.
He's done voices.
He's doing voice. He's done Miles Morales for Spider-Man. And he could sing. All these people are great voice. They have history.
They got Beyonce for the name, bro.
They got Beyonce for the name and for the singing. She's going to have great vocal cords. Yeah. And Lion King is Africa-based. She's very much an African woman. But I just think that, beautiful. I love that. But I don't know if that's going to slide on the acting side. But we'll see. Not to get too much into it. The movie's got its chance. But a lot of good movies out, man. I just saw Spider-Man. About to go see it again, too. So
I didn't see Spider-Man.
It's beautiful, man. They didn't have that in St. Kids?
The island movie's getting late. Why you saying
had
that?
A bootleg?
Oh man, the little condo I stayed had little bootlegs. I was telling man, you going to bootleg?
You have a little store in the corner right next to you. Yeah, I got
you. But y'all, thanks for tuning in. Of course, it's DJ Spider the Don and DJ
Trini D. This is Thursday Night School. Thank y'all for tuning in. We were gone for a little while, but we're gonna be back every week.
Yes, sir. Thursday night. Tune in 8 p.m. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Subscribe if you're on iTunes. Let's go.
Peace out. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.